However, Alex is the only one that actually admits to unaliving Charles by accident, even though we know they were all kind of involved. But there's not really any confirmation of who unalives Tammy. There's not confirmation on who unalives the children. So you kind of have that diffusion of responsibility there, because if no one admits to it, then everybody's guilty. But then if everyone admits to it, then no one is guilty, essentially, right? So the sixth one is distortion of consequences, minimizing, ignoring, or denying the harmful impact of one's actions. They did not think about the impact of getting rid of the zombies. Colby, the brother, was clearly very concerned about his brother and sister, and even Chad saying that JJ was going to come back as Colby's son didn't really do anything to make them feel better. They didn't think about what impact this was going to have thereafter, which then also leads to the seventh point, which is dehumanization, stripping victims of human qualities, making it easier to mistreat them without empathy or remorse. We see dehumanization greatly here because they refer to the husband and the two children as demons or zombies or evil spirits. And then the eighth is attribution of blame. So blaming the victim for the suffering that they are experiencing and making their harmful behavior seem justified or deserved. Essentially, Charles deserved what he got because it wasn't really Charles, it was Ned, which is kind of a link between the dehumanization and attributing the blame to the victim. So because those that they unalived were no longer humans, they were possessed by spirits in their bodies, then that meant that the actual people, the spirit themselves, were in limbo. So getting rid of them was justified for two reasons. They would be releasing the person out of limbo, and they will be casting the demon of that person back to where it belongs. So Laurie's belief that JJ and Tylee were dark spirits allowed her to dehumanize the children, and this is consistent with Banduri's theory of moral disengagement, where individuals justify their harmful actions by reframing them as righteous and necessary. So yeah, the delusion of being a goddess and preparing people for the 140 of the people, or the 144,000 for doomsday, was just kind of an added element to this delusion, because it meant that the unaliving of Tammy was also justified, not just because she was Viola, but also because and Charles, not just because they were Viola and Ned. In order to rescue this 144,000 from doomsday, Chad and Laurie needed to be married. And it also gives space for the measurement of these evil spirits, because they're measuring the pure and the light individuals who will be released and rescued in 2020 when the apocalypse happens, compared to the dark spirited individuals who needed to be dealt with in a more harsher manner. So essentially what they're saying is that Tylee and JJ are better off because now the dark spirits that would have possessed them have gone, so therefore they're light now. The dark spirits that would have possessed them have gone, so therefore they're light now. They will be able to go through to whatever they believe was next, because no one really thinks about what happens next, do they?